Welcome to the Biblical Homeschooling Podcast, where you'll hear real stories from homeschool families and biblical encouragement for everyday homeschooling. I'm your host, Raquel Work.
Well, Blanca, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited to interview you. You are my second person so far,
Oh,
and
yay.
yeah, my first person was a friend of mine that's local here. So we had a good time yesterday on Zoom, and I'm definitely looking forward to this. Now, you and I don't really know each other. We're
No.
Instagram friends, and we've only been
Yeah.
Instagram friends for a short time. But as soon as I
Yeah.
saw you, I was like, this is my girl right here.
Same. I had the
And
same kind of reaction. And as I looked through your videos, I was like, I agree. I agree.
and I could tell that you were, Spanish speaking or that,
Mhm.
you've got some Latin in you. Did you know that I'm a full-blooded Mexican?
Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, so it's Raquel.
Yes, Raquel, and my last name was Gonzalez before I got married.
Oh, okay.
And I
Yeah, I'm
had
also
dark
Mexican. My
hair.
parents are from Mexico.
Okay.
I'm first generation. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, then we are more like twins.
Yeah, okay. Yes, we are. Are you also first generation?
Yep, first generation. Both my parents were born in Mexico, so
Awesome.
when they immigrated to the United States, they went to Texas,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's where they met and married. And then they moved to California, so that's where I was born and raised. Well, tell me about your family, how many kids you have, and how long you've been homeschooling, and why you started homeschooling.
All right. So I've got two. I've got a boy and a girl, very blessed. My boy is about to be 13 this year,
Wow.
and my girl is 6. So there's a 6-year age gap. That's fun.
Mm.
We've been homeschooling since 2019.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so exactly 1 year before the pandemic and the mass exodus,
Yeah.
I really feel like the Lord gave me 1 year to get it under my belt and to
Mm.
prepare because I always say He knew what was coming. And I was the only one who was homeschooling where I was. There was no communities, there was only online forums from what I knew. And so we just kind of I just did what I thought was best. And so I had lost my job due to budget cuts
Mm.
I was notified January 2019 and they gave me until March 2019. Yeah, that's how I just I pulled my son out of private school at the time.
Mm.
My salary was essentially covering his tuition and I pulled him out. I thought I'd maybe look for something while I was just home with him. And then the idea of homeschool started coming to mind and
Wow.
it had to have it come from the Lord. I know that it did, and I brought it up to my husband, and he was all for it. And I
Wow.
was like, "Whoa, okay." And he had given me his reasons, and I had known some reasons from a book I had read years ago. So we just went right in, and it's been amazing ever since.
That's awesome. Did you have any homeschool friends or yeah, friends that were homeschooling?
No, I mean, we knew nobody. I had
Wow.
0 point of reference. I mean, I had never had a conversation with anybody about their experiences. I didn't know any moms who had experience, knowledge, nothing. Yeah.
So, what was your main motivation for wanting to homeschool? Like, how did you start to learn about it?
Like I said, I felt like the Lord put it on my heart,
Yeah.
and I had worked in public schools. So
Mm.
I was at that point, I was coming out of a Christian university uh, nonprofit. I had just seen a very progressive side of university levels and Christianity. And then before that, I had worked in inner city public schools. I had worked at the
Mm.
district level. I've worked at private schools. I'd worked at
Wow.
charter schools and all within a paraprofessional
Setting.
position. But nonetheless, I heard, I saw, I experienced, I was in it, and I didn't want my son to be a part of any of it. And I had had my own experiences in public school. I grew up in
Yeah.
public school and
Yeah, same.
graduated, and I had this precious child, and I had, I
Yeah.
taught him how to read, I taught him everything,
Wow.
up until that point, and it come time closer to that, and I was just like, I feel like I don't want to let him go, and convictions were just strong, and I just couldn't let my little boy go into
Yes. Oh
go
my
into
gosh.
there, so.
So you started in kindergarten?
Yeah, I pulled him out
Okay.
mid 4K
Mm,
and then started kindergarten.
wow. That's so
Hmm.
cool. And
Yeah.
how did you get yourself familiar with curriculum, or what was your process in trying to find the right curriculum?
Yeah. So I had pulled him out of a Christian private school and I looked at their curriculum. I went online
Mm,
and saw what they were using and I saw that it was available for homeschoolers. So I used BJU
okay.
Press and
Okay.
I figured he was already familiar with it. And so I
Mm.
ordered the whole
Oh,
curriculum
wow.
for a kindergartner and
Oh my word.
$500
Yeah.
and um, complete with the answer key for kindergartner and a grade book and
Mhm.
the classic rookie mistakes, right? So that's what I chose. It just made sense to me that
Okay.
he had been exposed to it, so I would use it. It was faith-based,
Mhm.
um, and that's how I chose that. And then, of course, I didn't use all of it.
Yeah.
Um, so then I would kind of just grab pieces here and there from what I saw from other places
Mm.
or things that I've downloaded and printed. So then it just kind of became an eclectic kind of,
Okay, yeah.
style. So I think that's what I did for a little
At
bit after.
at that time, did you know that there were homeschool conferences or curriculum fairs or co-ops or anything like that?
No, I really didn't. And
Oh,
if
wow.
if I had seen, I had worked at a Christian conference or at a Christian. My job was in the nonprofit was for a conference.
Mhm.
So I guess I didn't even homeschooling was just not what it is today.
Yeah.
I didn't, when I would look online for information, I didn't even know the lingo. I didn't know the
Mhm.
styles. I didn't
Mhm,
know
mhm.
co-ops. I
Yeah.
didn't know co-ops
Yeah.
were a thing. I didn't know, what my options were. I really just kind of felt like it was just me and my boy and the
Yeah.
Lord, and just kind
I know,
of
right?
it was legal, so okay.
Yeah.
And
How hard can this be?
yeah,
That's
no, really, I had no idea what my resources were and
mm.
what was
Now,
available.
BJU Press claims their curriculum is based on a biblical worldview. Now,
Mm.
did you know anything about a biblical worldview? Because your son was going to that school. There might have been a reason maybe why you chose that school. Tell me about that.
Yeah. Yes, we had visited the church. The school was a part of a, church.
Mhm.
And yes, I understood that the decisions that we make come from what we understand of the word. And I grew up in a missionary family,
Okay.
and the things that we did, the things that I learned, affected my decisions in how I view people and how I view right and wrong. And
Hmm.
now doing this years, right? I'm almost 8 years in.
Yeah.
I understand that that means education too,
Yeah.
and math.
Hmm.
How does math connect to God, and how does science and history and how all of that, people want to keep him out of even our education, but it's like, well, if he's creator, if he's
Yeah.
the center and the beginning and the end, he has a part in everything that we do.
Yeah, it's
And
all his.
yeah, so I understood it more as I,
Okay, as you went
started to
time went on.
homeschool. So I had an understanding that, yeah, that this connects how I see people and how I see things,
Yeah.
and how would this work for a
Hmm.
child,
Yeah.
discipleship and what that
Yeah.
means.
Yeah. Yeah. Discipleship is a big part of homeschooling. I'm glad you mentioned that because I think that's the key to raising kids, not just homeschooling, but raising kids who actually follow God as
Right.
adults, and young adults. And I'm on the other end of that. And I'm
Yeah.
just like so proud. I've never been
Oh
like a
my
haughty
gosh.
person, but I'm haughty about this, if I
Yeah.
can be. But it's just amazing to see the fruit of what we invested in our children,
Yeah.
play that out and them walk with the Lord. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah. That's
And
my
homeschooling is
desire.
just one of those parts of, discipling.
Hmm. Right. Really do see it as my part piece in the Great Commission.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if this is my corner, if this is my people who I'm
Hmm.
assigned to, then let me do it well.
So how long did you use BJU? Just that first
The
year?
the just the first year, yeah. And then
So what'd you go to
Like
the
I
next year?
said, like I said, it was kind of an eclectic thing. I
Okay.
found out I was expecting my daughter after that, and I became so sick. I just really couldn't do much that year. And so we really just kind of pulled from different things that I found
Yeah.
online. And then we found a gather round.
Okay. Yeah.
So unit studies. So I did that
Okay.
for a while, and then brought in my daughter when she was 3, 4. They've got early stuff
Hmm.
for them to kind of participate in the conversation, and
Yeah.
so we stuck with gather round for a while
Okay.
until again the Lord out of nowhere um, had me go to an information meeting for classical conversations,
Okay. Yeah.
and I wasn't looking for it. And it really, I couldn't even tell you what the process was of how I got like
Hmm.
there, but there was. Yeah. So we started classical conversations. This will be our 3rd year.
Okay.
That's what we've landed on. We think it's great. We think it works for us. And
Hmm.
it's like Greek to me, but
Yeah.
I'm learning along with them.
Yeah, that's definitely the beauty of learning. Because I mean, I had my master's degree in education, wanting
Mhm.
to homeschool and have all of the training.
Wow.
And, I didn't have much teaching experience, even though I was being trained as a teacher.
Wow.
So homeschooling, was like, we're learning this together, regardless of
Yeah.
all the training I have, it was still new, the act of homeschooling your own children. Let's back up just a tiny bit
Sure.
to your experience throughout. You said you started in 2019. This was before the pandemic. And after the pandemic, so let's say around 2021 or 2022, were there more people in your circles? Like, were you finding more homeschool people? How was the development of your homeschool community come
Yeah.
about throughout the years?
Yeah, so again, people were homeschooling, right? People were now home with their kids,
Hmm.
and we're trying to find community. And
Hmm.
people started to pull their kids out,
Hmm.
and we're looking online for groups and on Facebook groups. And
Okay,
hey,
yeah.
does anybody want to get together for a play date, or does anybody want to go for a walk? And I came across the Wild and Free.